everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships with your host Michion. Today I have a little bit of a special for you. This is not actually a random battle. This is in fact a replay. Yes, I know, quite uncommon for me, but this is a replay of a game I've had in the Bismarck, and I figured this is a really good replay. Excuse me. This is a really good replay to show, to demonstrate the awesome power of the Bismarck. I've really fallen in love with this ship. This is such a good ship, and it's such a fun ship as well. A lot of battleships that are just not fun. I have the Nagato, and well, one hitting a cruiser with a salvo from the Nagato's gun is always fun. It only happens one every so often, and it's I don't find it that fun. With the Bismarck, you really I can't not enjoy this ship. It's the fact that it has secondaries that just melt everything. And the guns, well, they're not the best guns. They are pretty decent. Definitely not, bad guns. And the armor on this ship really makes it hell to deal with for anyone in any ship. Maybe except for a Nagato. A Nagato is a Nagato. Now, in this game, we are it's mostly tier 8 game, quite a few tier 7s, and only a few tier 6s. But it's usually mostly a tier 8 game, and yes, that was one citadel against that shores from 15 kilometers away. Not bad, not bad. The German accuracy, labeled German accuracy in World of Tanks isn't exactly what it is in World of Warships, but you still can do decently well. Now, for now, what I'm doing, I'm heading south, southwest, hoping to go around the island. This island here is a pretty good way to put your secondaries in action because, well, obviously I kitted out my Bismarck for a full secondary build, including manual secondaries. That is something that is. I've heard people make complaints about doing that. Oh, torpedoes! The torpedo bombers from the friendly aircraft carrier passed over them, and that allowed them to see them. I'm not sure what launched those torpedoes, by the way, because as you're going to see later, both destroyers are actually on this side of the map. So I'm honestly not sure what launched those torpedoes. But for now, we're going, and as I was saying about the manual secondaries, a lot of people have a lot of to say against putting up the secondary, what's the name? The manual secondary control, because a lot of the time you do find yourself firing with your especially in the Bismarck, finding yourself firing with your secondaries against more than one ship, because this ship has a 10.6 kilometer. This is of course with all the mods for increasing the range of the secondaries. 10.6 kilometers, that's huge for tier 6, tier 8, and that's what makes manual secondaries somewhat of a questionable choice, because you can only fire against one ship if you have the manual secondaries. However, it does make the secondaries much more accurate. Now, I do notice this Tirpitz putting shots into me, and I turn just in time to angle myself against his shots. I do take a bit of damage, it's nothing big. Now, I have marked that Fuso right over here, about 10.5 kilometers away. I've marked it for my secondaries, and they're already opening up, scoring hits, setting fires, while I'm focusing on this Tirpitz. And this is something that's, I'm not gonna say unique to the Bismarck. It's any tier, any battleship with good secondaries can do this, but it's extra effective in Bismarck because it has such monstrous secondaries. And now take a look at the map. I actually haven't noticed this, but someone just says in the chat, defend, and suddenly I take a look at the map and I see, oh shit, they're actually advancing on our base quite aggressively. But for now, we're focused, we're trying to find something to put shots into, really. Not finding an awful lot, but as you can look at this, look at the planes, look at where they came from. They came from right around here. Right around here, so I'm expecting the aircraft carrier to be around here. And, well, I'm not mistaken, but as you can see, he put a huge squadron of, let's see, 2 torpedo bombers and 2 dive bombers and 2 fighters to escort them, and the friendly aircraft carrier put his fighters to attack them and intercept them. But I'm worried about these guys because the AA on the Bismarck isn't all that much, and here we spotted the Hiryu putting shots into him, not very effectively. But the secondary, the anti-aircraft armament on the Bismarck isn't actually that good. The Gneisenau, while the DPS on the Bismarck is better than the DPS on the Gneisenau, the Bismarck lost its long-range anti-aircraft suite, so that's a bit of an issue, especially when you have aircraft this close. The biggest DPS range of the Bismarck is 2.4 kilometers away and 4.2 kilometers away. The 5.4 kilometer guns aren't that effective at taking down planes. And now, as you can see, Vince has called out to defend, and it is completely right. And I actually only noticed it when he spoke up. And this is something you need to remember to do. Even in random battles, you have to tell your team, because sometimes they don't notice, and you speaking up in the chat is what's gonna alert them to tackle something done, be it defending the base, be it concentrating fire on a low HP target. Always keep your team in the game in any way you think you can. Even if they noticed it, it does no harm for you to, put it out in the chat anyway. Now this Gneisenau is showing a broadside, but unfortunately he's turning, so his salvo isn't actually going to do much. But as you can see, the only thing protecting the base is a lone Miyoko against a Hipper, a Bismarck, a Shores, an unspotted destroyer. You can see where his last spotted position over there on the map, and another destroyer who just popped, the Akatsuki, just popped up, and he's not going to survive long, so he definitely needs a support. And I'm heading as fast as I can to support him, and the Bismarck definitely isn't a slow ship, and I'm putting some extreme range. This is 19.8 kilometer range against the Shores, and might hit, might not hit, who knows. The Miyoko's gone down, and then suddenly, out of the blue, boom. That's the same Shores that I put a Citadel in the beginning of the very beginning of the game, also a pretty long range, and took about half his HP off, and here's the other half, plus over penetration to finish him off. So that's always nice. And Hipper, no, definitely not as good. Only about 4,000 HP of damage. And now this is a different matter entirely. This is a Bismarck, and he's on 51,000 HP. I'm pretty close. I mean, now I'm on 46, so he has a slight lead. However, he's doing the cardinal sin of other than the fact that he's selling pretty much broadside onto me, he is firing high explosive. And you do not fire high explosive in the Bismarck. It's a waste of everything. The Bismarck doesn't have weak enough. It doesn't have weak main armament. And by the way, I'm targeting the Shiratsuyu with my secondaries, and they're gonna start scoring hits anytime now. There you go. Incapacitated something, and more hits, and then salvo from the guns, over penetration, kill. Now, the Akatsuki, next target for the secondaries. Target him. Secondaries opening up. He's smoked up, but the secondaries are still in the air. that's gonna put some defense, because if you hit a target, it's gonna reset the cap timer, the cap progress, yes. And there he is. He's straight out of his smoke. Secondaries opened up. Secondaries scored a hit, defended twice, and I overpenned him, so that's another one. Now my hydroacoustic surge is about to wear off. I put it out to protect me from torpedoes. I do, however, have the target acquisition upgrade, so that increases my range by, I think, 20% for spawning torpedoes, or 25%. And again, this Bismarck, he's finding nothing but and he's selling broadside and he's slow. And here are the torpedoes I was fearing, and easily able to avoid them. What he should have done, he should have put one spread as the line indicated, and another spread in case I turned into them, because that's what usually you're gonna do when you're close range. You're gonna turn into the torpedoes, not away from them. And my secondaries are opening up on the Bismarck. His secondaries aren't opening up on him. That means he doesn't have secondary build, or at least maybe not a lot. Now he's opening up that 7 kilometers where he has stock secondaries. That's a waste for a Bismarck. And again, cardinal sins one after the other. And he's taking fire from me, and from New Mexico, and from... Oh, here's the Akatsuki. And I instantly target these secondaries on the Akatsuki. They score a hit. They score an incapacitation. I kill him with an overpenetration. The Bismarck burned to death from my secondaries putting shots into him. That's the double strike. That's 3 kills in just a few moments. That's how, in my opinion, battleships should be like. Of course, you can sit back, like I'm doing right now, putting shots against turrets every 24 or 5 seconds, and, you know, sailing very calmly. But you'll notice how much more exciting and fun it is when you just, you know, get close, start brawling, start really getting into it. It can be so much fun and so exhilarating. And now I'm wondering who is going to provide me with a Kraken Unleashed. That would be the icing on the cake for this game. And we have the Hipper at maximum range, but well, as we've seen against the shores, maximum range not always that big an issue. And right now, one Citadel is gonna kill him. Is it gonna hit? Oh, it's close. It's gonna be close. Nope, not gonna hit him. But the Tirpitz is on just a little bit under 11,000 HP, and he's spotted by aircraft. Oh wait, is he? Yes, he is spotted by aircraft, and I don't have a shot at him. So for now, I'm gonna keep focusing on the Hipper. And again, this is mainstream battleship gameplay right now. Not what happened before. But I feel that battleships, if battleship players would play like I did right now in the cap circle, get in there, use the armor, use the secondaries. Not every battleship, of course. Some battleships are better at it than others. The Germans, though, are definitely the brawler kind of battleship. And here we go. The secondaries are about 60 to 70% of the secondaries. I'm not actually broadside on. You do need to be broadside on for all your secondaries to open up, but this is definitely enough. And they're scoring hits and no fires yet. That's the problem. No fire. If there was a fire, he would pretty much be dead. But no fires yet. Only the secondaries and opening up. Come on, set a fire. No. Okay, main cell going in armor piercing. Even at this angle, if I get a few over penetrations or just penetrations, oh, it left him on 1,000 HP. That's 2 penetrations and an over pen. Not enough to kill him. The secondaries are still going, still opening up the 35 hits, still not a single fire. That's very rare for these secondaries. And there we go, a fire. But he instantly extinguished it. What a shame. And then, close quarters expert from 9.5 kilometers away. Yeah, totally. And the Kraken Unleashed, that's always fun to see. And the Fuso's there, you find yourself 11 kilometers away when you're in a Fuso against the Bismarck. and the guy is kitted out for secondaries, you're dead. You are so dead. Unfortunately, the Fuso takes it himself with it as probably a Citadel, leaves him on only 3000 HP. One penetration is enough to put him down. That's six kills in this game. The only one left is that Hippa over there on 5000 HP, and I really want to kill this guy. I mean, seven kills. That would really just make my day. And I'm waiting, and they hear you. He's shooting at our hear you, and everyone else is trying to hit him, but they're not really having much luck with it. And I would love to kill this guy for 7 kills. And just think, do you think I'd show you a replay when I almost always show you random battles just so you can have some lols? Would I show you a replay for no reason? What do you think? No spoilers, no spoilers. But what do you think? I figured 6 kills is enough for you guys to appreciate this replay. It's actually the New Mexico who claims the. And if you're curious about the results, well, let's just say they don't disappoint. 350,000 credits earned, 6,550 experience, Confederate, Close Quarters Expert, Double Strike, Dreadnought, Kraken Unleashed, 140,000 damage done, 2,200 or so base experience, 230,000 net credit gain, and that's pretty much it.